Does being a perfectionist lead to success? Being a perfectionist in all aspects of life often makes us set unattainable goals. However, achieving a goal depends on many elements. First, on ourselves, but also on matters that are out of our control that might lead us to permanent dissatisfaction and a slew of issues that will stand between us and success. The consequences of having this type of attitude can lead you to fear possible failure. Perfectionism that develops in a job or an educational setting may be harmful and cause people to overlook their social and family responsibilities. Perfectionists tend to work or study a lot in order to achieve the perfection they seek. This, in turn, makes them unproductive because by spending so much time on things, they often only reach some of their goals. Perfectionism can also lead them to have negative thoughts and make them think that if they can't make something perfect, it's better not to try. Perfectionism and impostor syndrome generally coexist in a perfectionist person. When perfectionists fail to achieve the goals they set for themselves, they blame it on not being competent and not measuring up. This makes them feel undeserving of their position or the trust others have placed in them. In addition, perfectionism also leads to procrastination. Because perfectionists will always be waiting for the right moment in which they will do things perfectly. When perfectionism is extreme, people never feel pleased with their work, which can paralyze them. How can I prevent myself from being a perfectionist? The first step is to be aware that you are perfectionism. If you are watching this video, most likely you have already realized that you are a perfectionist. Furthermore, you understand that it is something that affects you and prevents you from reaching your goals. Review your ultimate and immediate goals. Poorly defined, poorly planned, or unachievable goals can result in intensely painful emotions. An excellent way to organize yourself to reach your final goal is to write it down. Afterward, list the immediate goals you must achieve to finally get your final goal. Under each immediate goal, write the objectives you must meet to achieve it. Then write the resources you have to reach that immediate goal. Set your priorities. Not all things we do have the same level of importance. For this reason, you should allocate less time and effort to those tasks that are not so important. You will always find things that could be more important at work or in any other setting. Occupying your time with those tasks can mean that you need to spend more time on others. By devoting time to both, you neglect other aspects of your life. Think about the negative consequences of perfectionism. Write down all those things that cause discomfort and arise from being a perfectionist. Some examples are feelings of guilt if things are not done on time. Also, taking a long time to do unimportant tasks, anxiety due to high self-demands, a negative inner dialogue, and insecurities. Understand that anyone can make mistakes. Errors are part of the possible results when we face tasks. So accepting the error as a possibility is something healthy. If you make a mistake, you will know that it is normal and you will learn to overcome it. In contrast, those who don't view mistakes as a natural part of the process have high self-demand and progress much more slowly. In addition, they can experience a mistake as totally limiting, preventing them from moving forward. Do not postpone your tasks. One of the consequences of perfectionism is procrastination. In other words, you leave for tomorrow what can be done today or postpone starting a project. Think about what the expected result is. Most people don't demand perfection. Therefore, adjust your tasks to the outcome that the other person expects. Stick to what they ask of you and what others expect. Put aside a high self-demand. Being very demanding with yourself and always living on the edge has been shown to be limiting. Therefore, try to lower what you require from yourself. When you start to do a task, focus on being effective rather than perfect. Set deadlines. You must understand that you must do things within a specific time frame to achieve your goals. Therefore, set deadlines for completing your tasks or a time limit for making decisions. This way, you will know that you can take less time. For example, set a time limit of 2 hours to mow the lawn. That way, you won't spend all Saturday on the task. Establish a plan to do things and stick to it. We often think of different alternatives, which take up a lot of time. Therefore, once you know what task you have to perform, you should set a way to do it, distancing those thoughts that may be related to other ways of performing the same job. We frequently consider many alternate solutions, which takes a lot of time. As a result, if you are aware of the job at hand, you should plan how to do it while blocking out any ideas that could be connected to other approaches. Your mindset should be that doing something correctly is frequently preferable to doing it perfectly. Perfect is said to be the enemy of good, and that's right. Doing things well allows us to reach our goals without complicating our lives trying to make them perfect. Getting it right is good enough to end the task and our need to get it right. Find your balance. When you have to make decisions, assume that each choice involves gains and losses, and that the goal is to make the balance as positive as possible. For this reason, spend some time evaluating the possible alternatives before choosing, but avoid entering the loop of endlessly reviewing your options until you find the perfect one. In the event that perfectionism limits your life and you have tried the above suggestions, you should consider asking for help from a mental health professional. Try to enjoy the imperfection of the world, and you will avoid the stress and anxiety caused by the fear of making mistakes. As a result, you will have a more comfortable life and a better chance of achieving your goals. You'll be on your way to becoming yourself 2.0.